thought I'd take this time just to show you some of the changes we've made for the boat as we get it ready for its first water test, hopefully on Monday. So we'll start back here. As you can see, we've got the oars attached to the side, and they actually sit far enough out that they don't actually affect anyone sitting on the side. We've just got to get some shock cord to attach those. In the first storage bin, we've got our tackle box and our knives, as well as our bait board, and that's where I'm going to keep all my sort of fishing gear and stuff. You can see at the moment we've got the battery down here, but eventually we're going to put that in this one, and that'll go right back in the corner, and we'll wire up some electronics once we get a fish finder in there as well. I'm hoping to shift the petrol tank from here a little bit later on when I've saved up enough money, because I'm going to buy a transom mount vertical fuel tank, which will just sit down in the gap where we've got the battery, and that'll get the fuel out of the way, as that's kind of a dead space, so that'll work really well for that. As I said, we've got this little storage locker, and that's where we're going to keep the toolkit, anything that we need for the boat, extra life jackets if we need them, and also in there we'll put in the fish finder and hopefully some USB chargers as well. Now if we come up to where the anchor is, you can see I've added a cleat to tie off the anchor, and I've also spliced this onto the bottom ring here. You'll notice we've got a little loop here as well. That's so that when it's time to deploy the anchor, we can just pop that up. And see if I can do this one-handed. That just clips in there like so, and then that means you can just deploy the anchor and you don't have to worry about holding onto the catch while you're deploying the anchor, and it's just a matter of throwing that overboard, letting out as much line as you want, and when you're finished you just unclip that, pop it back down, clip it in, and you can still sit on that even with the line playing out tied onto your cleat. I'm hoping that's going to work really well. You've got the rod holders, it's got 4, one in each corner. I've also added this little chili bin. I noticed it was the perfect size for fitting in between this sort of space that I wasn't going to use between the center console and the side of the boat. So I've actually managed to fit, it's got the marine radio in there, and it's got some sunglasses, and I'll also put like anything that's important and needs to stay dry. So I'll put in there my phone in a protective case, an EPIRB when I get one, probably a hat and some sunscreen as well. And then you move to the back, you can see it's tucked away again nicely. We've got another fishing rod, motor, we've got the steering wheel, controls. I've also added just a little Bluetooth speaker, and that's going to sit in there. It can sit quite happily, it doesn't get in the way when you're steering, and it'll Bluetooth to the phone in the little chili bin, so you've got some music if you want to listen to some music as well. So I'm looking forward to Monday and hopefully getting it out in the water and seeing how we go. So fingers crossed the weather will play ball and we'll get to go out and do some tests on Monday. I'll also do some reviews on how I think it handles and how the motor goes. We won't be able to do speed tests yet because we've got to run the motor in for 10 hours, but once that's done I'll let you know the top speed as well. So stay tuned.